Hello everyone, Krydex here. Welcome back to our full BZ Plus playthrough. In our last episode, we got Tritium fusion completely figured out, and we still have a few more high-capacity turbines to build, but this is generating somewhere in the realm of 1100 megawatts, so that's pretty awesome. We'll be able to copy this build in the future for a lot more power, and continue to research more things that will make it generate even more power. I was a little bit curious how to get rid of this steam, though, that's getting produced from making the heavy water. And I was able to just figure out I can do an isolated steam network that needs to power beacons. Beacons are the easiest way to draw power. And I just did the math on how much steam do we end up producing, how much energy is that worth, because it's only 100-degree steam, so it's cooler. And so, and the high-capacity turbines can burn more fluid per second, which is nice. So this right here consumes 7.2 megawatts, and so it'll slowly use up all of this steam. At least I thought it would. Is this number going down or up? Thought it was supposed to be decreasing, but it seems like it's increasing. But that shouldn't be possible. 11.6. Let's keep an eye on it. 11.7. Uh-oh. Interesting. How is this going up? That shouldn't be possible. Did I do the math wrong? Again. 7.2 megawatts. We did the math here. The amount of steam I could produce is that 380 plus 395 units. Each unit of steam is 100 degrees, which is 85 degrees above 15, which is how Factorio heat is measured. And then each degree is 200 joules, so 0.2 megajoules. So what did I do last time? Oh my gosh. This was my calculation. So I'm a math teacher, right? And I should definitely use this as an example of no matter how good you are at something, you still forget crap. I needed parentheses here. Order of operations. Come on, Krydax. So 13.1 megawatts is our maximum usage, and we need more beacons to soak that up. So that makes me feel very silly. I'll just put these here. There we go. That should do it. And I don't think I need them to run constantly because of the... I made it for two separate deuterium-based reactors, and it's a tritium-based reactor now, so I think it doesn't quite use double the deuterium. So this is overbuilt, but at least now I'm confident the steam should reduce instead of increase. Yeah, it's going down. Okay. Cool. So we have lots of things ahead of us. Deep core mining, I think, is one of them that I want to do. Setting up a better train network is on the list somewhere. We need to work towards launching a rocket, honestly. I could do this process, but it's not really necessary right now. I might research the deepest core chunks just to have that research out of the way. Do another cargo size for worker robots, make those more efficient. Portable fusion. And we'll go ahead and start working towards the rocket silo in terms of researches. Is that it? No, we need rocketry. I think that'll do it. And then I should request the core mining drills, because we're going to be using a lot of these now. And we'll just need a part sulfuric acid around to wherever we do the processing of chunks. Did I already get them? Yeah. Okay. Cool, cool. So there we go. Sulfuric acid, I think I actually already brought down here for the stone. Wasn't it stone that we were short on? I think it was. Yeah. Here we go. So there you go. This is the kind of thing we're going to need all over the place. And it looks like we are no longer short on stone. But we are short on coal, so guess what we can do? The same thing! Isn't there coal around here somewhere? No, I guess coal was always on the north side of the base. And then the other thing I can do for sure is get rid of all coal-based power forever. I'm gonna leave both of these here for now, just in case of... No, I have nuclear power. This is fine. We're ditching it. We're ditching it forever. I don't want it. I can build something else up here. Maybe I'll just build more train stuff up here. Yeah. So this will be out of the way. I do need... We'll redo this, but I do need all of it. We just need to rebuild it. Was this going anywhere important? I think that was just for power. That's train stuff. Oh gosh. Get rid of all these. Oil? Uh-oh. Where was that going? There we go. Okay. So. Issue here. Well, I guess not an issue, but we'll need to bring sulfuric up. And then we'll do that. This is coal from who knows where. I don't even know. Like, truly zero idea where this is coming from. But we'll put it there. This guy... Can we... Idea time. Chemical plant. That should be here. Can we just mine directly into a chemical plant? I don't know why I didn't think of this before. It seems like a great idea. And then we just bring sulfuric up. That is going to get me 1.25 plus a little, so just one of these without anything is enough. And then we throw all that onto a belt. I guess 2 of these will be plenty. And go ahead and bring that in. I have no idea what all... This was all power-based stuff that could have mattered at some point. But because of the deep core nature, this will always have coal on it, and I don't need to prioritize. I would love to, Teus, but you can't. There is no productivity on those. Okay, and we do have 2 belts of coal from the train direction of things, theoretically, but that sure isn't happening right now. And then this is all useless now. Don't even know what this was. What is this? Oh, that was the solid fuel one. This is a solid fuel line. Okay, so we can get rid of it coming down here. Solid fuels, bye-bye. Okay. Whole mess here, but... should make things a bit cleaner. This coke line is dead, right? Let me double check. No, it's not. But this is... Oh, shoot. That's backing up slowly. This actually can be dead, I think. Where's this going? Okay. No, that silica is getting used for bus stuff. Who knows? So we need some electric furnaces. Here. So we can just replace the other stuff. This silica is, I think, useless now. It's going to concrete. Okay. We call this forgetty spaghetti. It's when you don't remember how you made the spaghetti before and you have no idea what to do with it now that it's outdated. So that is a real thing. Forgetty spaghetti. So yeah, this is not needed to be at least fueled by coke. I do know that much. So, given that stone bricks are just made out of stone, I think this is a fine way to just handle revamping the old stuff. I'm not going to need a bunch of it, whatever reasons I do need it for. I'm not going to need it for a bunch of things. So we'll just make sure that keeps going. And this can go there, that's fine. And that then removes the need for the coke line here. What's up, Camo Bree? Yes, the choices. Choice. Gotta make the choice. I always feel that same way. I'm usually too much of a stickler for going in order, so I end up not watching live, even though, like, I love watching streamers live. Sometimes I'm like, but the content, because then you almost feel like you can't go back. I guess the question is, would you go back and enjoy watching it if you already know where things are going? And if the answer is yes, then by all means, just stick around. And if the answer is I don't actually care because I like the live content, then stick around. So you have a lot of choices. A lot of options there. Those don't really matter. Sorry, those should be storage. Okay, so then what are we doing here? Does this still matter? That's steam. Yeah, this actually does matter. It's such a tiny amount, it doesn't really matter what I use, but I just want to make sure that never stops. And okay, so coal mining seems to be having an issue. Oh gosh. Oh, I disconnected all of my train stuff from power. That's bad. In fact, that's really bad. What is even happening here? Is this not... Oh, yeah, wow. Wow. Okay. So that should fix all the things up here that were broken. And what we can do is switch these to mining chunks, but then we'll have to switch the train stop to processing chunks. I don't know if I'm quite ready for that yet. But this guy right here is chunks. Or can be switched to chunks, that is. And then I do think we can just put these on a belt, because the rate is lower. I don't think it's gonna, like, halt at all. No, that's fine. Okay, so we can put that on a belt. The chunks flow down all the way down. Let's deconstruct all that crap. Okay, so the chunks are going to be flowing here. Which then is a good excuse, actually, to just do all that. Gone. Feed those in. Connect the sulfuric. I have no idea where the best route is, but I know we have it down here, so... Oh, wow. I would line up exactly with that steam. Straight down. Okay, sulfuric is around here somewhere. There it is. Cool. Okay, so that flows. Is this stuff ever gonna catch up? Yeah, there it is. It's on a yellow belt. Yellow belts are slow. And this can take up to 2.5, which is actually not enough. I do need speed modules. And we'll go ahead and do some extra inserters, and that should be plenty. Science is good. There we go. And then I do need to hoover up these non-chunks. There we go. Only coal chunks. Onlycoalchunks.com. Clean up the old inventory. Don't need that right now. Don't need this many pipes. Oh, we should get bots over here. Okay, what was I getting rid of? Pipes. Cool. Oh wait, I do want purples. Sorry, it's blues I don't care about. Oh well, whatever. Only chunks. Okay. What next? So that should help with some of our coal issues. It's interesting, it does 80 at a time, which is kind of a very large amount at once, but that should work out. Okay, now the train's bringing coal again. Okay, so coal should be fine. What are the other ores, I guess, that are struggling, or plates that are struggling? Is anything using all of its output? Even graphite's not at the moment. Aluminum's not. Iron is close, but not using everything. Titanium and diamonds are okay for now. It's hard to tell because they're backed up so far. I would have to look at the throughput numbers from mining. Alright, I'm going to queue to front here. Our labs are too slow, so we're gonna do all those first. Speed things up again, and then we'll... Can't you... I thought there was a button. Is it shift right click? I thought you could, like, queue up everything you needed up to that research, but it doesn't seem to work. I could have sworn there was a way to do it. Apparently we've forgotten. Let's do some stuff. Trains? Base improvements? More steel? Always need more steel, I feel like. Okay, steel. We will give a full belt to steel. This is not quite rated for a full belt, so let's get that rest of the way there. Is that good enough? Nope. that good enough? 44.53. Oh, come on. There. That probably is still not going to do it. Yep, 44.8. Gosh. Let's... An easy way to fix this? No, there really isn't. I'm going to have to do... this. Oh, that should fix it. There we go. It affected 2. There we go. Okay, so we can use up a full blue belt. Put that towards steel. Which then we should balance out because the left side and the right side are not the same. Alright, there we go. Now, silicon, surprisingly, is getting eaten up. So why don't I upgrade the silicon build while we're thinking about it? It's easy enough to upgrade. Just requires this kind of thing. Well, I'll just copy-paste. 1, 2. Who knows if that's the right number or not? I don't. Keep the bot coverage. Oh, wait, we have tier 1 speed in this. I can fix that. In fact, they should all be tier 2 speed. And that, I'm imagining, will get me more than 15 a second, so I need to, oops, go with the blue belt here. And I'll just use the upgrade planner so that I don't miss a belt here or there, or everywhere. And off we go, updating belt. This is where Dyson Sphere Program actually has a quality of life feature that Factorio does not, which is the thing that just upgrades a belt all the way. It's very nice. I mean, at this point, I might as well go all the way to the end. And we'll throw some more bots in the network. Haven't done that in a while. 200 Logi, 50 construction. Yeah, 200 construction bots, at least for now. I'm not doing any huge builds all with bots. If I start trying to lay concrete down with bots, I'm going to need more than 200, but that's fine for now. Oh, there's a mod for that. Interesting. That could be useful. Yeah, what is the final output here? Oh, yeah, about 18 silicon. Not enough coal. I think this might need to be a blue belt as well. Let's upgrade all the way. Hey, thanks for the follow. Marked at home. Very much appreciated. Okay. So now that's upgraded. Silicon can take a full blue belt of coal. It's good, good. Now, space science. I think it's time to start considering space science. What's it even called? There we go. So if we were going to do 5 a second, it's probably ambitious, but let's look at it. Well, thanks, Mark. I'm glad you've been enjoying it. The space exploration was fun. I'm excited to try it again now that they've done a big update. And I think I'll get a lot farther this next time, for sure. Okay, low-density structure can use nanotubes to double the output. That's definitely worth it. Because aren't nanotubes just some graphite and iron? I guess they're a decent amount of sulfuric acid. Okay. Also, what the heck? 100 chemical plants. That's scary. That's always scary to see. But yeah, this one is not too bad. I'm just gonna kind of work out the simpler ones on the face of it here. The accumulator, solar cell. Okay, so that's there, and then so that's mostly basic costs except for the 3 elements as I think about them. Rocket control unit, rocket fuel, and rocket engine nozzle. And low density structure. I guess there's 4 elements. So the nozzle is pretty simple. Tungsten, graphite, zirconia. So I'm just going to wrap that up into here then, because that's a simple one. Not a ton of resources either. Low density gets its own build, and I will have to compare those costs. Rocket control units get their own build, and rocket fuel gets its own build. Rocket fuel will use solid fuel from light oil. Light oil... Well, it'll actually use solid fuel from petroleum and light oil, and then light oil will come from coal liquefaction, just because I think coal in and rocket fuel out is going to be a lot easier than oil. We also can't find a ton of oil easily. And then another source of the light oil is the heavy oil cracking. And maybe Matrix Solver will just give me a good time here. Yeah, it will. Cool. Problem is carbon black. We generate a decent amount of it, but don't use it on either of these. So I guess we can just make some graphite out of it. This is really... Okay, let me switch this then. What? And also, we need to check on that light oil. What's going on there? Oh, it won't let me change it because it's linked. Drat. Oh, no, it's because I have Matrix Solver on. If I turn off Matrix Solver, then I can switch that. So what exactly is going on here? It's making more for that. That's the issue. I just have to remove that for now. Just to know that we can meet some of our graphite needs, I guess, with that extra carbon black. And we're going to design all this with tier 3 prod in mind. Because, well, we're going to have them soon enough. Okay, that's not bad. 28 coal a second. It's really not bad at all. Boilers for steam here. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Okay. So no big deal on the rocket fuel, 30 coal a second. The other two is where things are going to get dicey. And really, no big deal on pretty much all of the like, non, you know, these two items. Half a processing unit is kind of pricey, but like tiny amounts of graphite, lead, you know, solder, batteries, maybe that's a middling amount, tungsten, but these are all small numbers. Decent amount of silicon. But these builds are going to be the expensive ones, so this is where I'm scared. Plastic is going to be needed in multiple places, so I think I will allow for a separate plastic build. This is scary. Okay, so graphene, MEMS, speed modules. Cermet. Okay, so those are the 5 ingredients to the control units. And then, do any of these require each other? I don't think so. So now we have a huge list of inputs. Goodness. Wafers definitely need. The temp Teus can be anything. And we're planning on doing 165, so that should be fine. Okay, so really the issue here is silicon. And plastic is pretty big, for sure. Everything else is actually not that bad. Sulfuric's medium. And I guess if you're okay. Yeah, decent amount of iron and graphite. And copper, for sure. Okay, so copper, graphite, iron, plastic, stone. Fairly low alumina, diamond, very low alumina. Medium diamond, 4.46 is a decent amount. Basically no tungsten, very low amount of titanium. Very low amount of zirconia. Okay, finally, let's look at low density structure. So this guy needs... I guess it's not crazy, it's just a lot of metals. Cermet's also not too bad. So electric foundries. Go ahead and apply the better one. So I have the choice with nanotubes. How does that change things here? So it's half. Less than half of alumina, silicon. I'm looking over here when I switch back and forth. Less than half of a lot of the things. It's slower, however. Actually, wait, no. Let me make sure beacons are all applied equally. We're going to do 8, 1, enter, default, play, speed, play. Okay, so now this will be comparing apples to apples. It's actually faster. I guess that makes sense. It's the same crafting time. So this adds in the cost of what? Basically nothing. Heck. Why is it saying 22.3? Oh, you get the sulfuric back. I didn't notice that before. Wow. I did not notice that. Okay, so there's no reason not to do that then. It just saves us a ton of resources. Okay. So that's the way then. Okay, I thought the sulfuric cost was going to be more significant and that might deter me, but it's fine. Alright, so as usual, rocket control units are the biggest deal. Just for loose power calculations, we'll do that on all of them. Make sure prod is everywhere it can be. Gotta apply 4, otherwise it misses on them. Okay, that's good. And then this one... Okay, so power-wise, yeah, this is the big one. But we should be fine to build all this. Okay, so space science can be doable. We will need 3 rocket silos, I guess. Maybe with some beacons we'll be fine. Yeah, no, one is fine with a couple... Wait, can you beacon a rocket silo? Why can I not remember? Oh, you can't do nanotubes until you've launched a rocket. Well, we'll design it for that, and we'll just... Because I think it's all the same ingredients for low-density structure, right? Low-density structure. Yeah, you just add in nanotubes and get more, so... They made that pretty easy. You don't have to rebuild anything. Cool. So this is the whole build all at once. 30 coal, small amounts of silica and alumina, decent amount of iron, some zirconia, but not much. Decent amount of titanium and diamonds, a lot of plastic, a ton of silicon. Why don't I actually just put that down here as its own block? Because this is intense requirements here. Yeah, and you can't... Okay, so yeah, that's a lot more coal and stone then. Okay, so coal is actually 65. Stone is 50. I guess we didn't do solder either. That shouldn't be its own block, though. That should go in this block. And what else needed solder? This one? Okay. A silicon amount. Indeed it is. Pretty low amounts of tin, green chips, lead. I mean, we can use the blue belt we already have. Essentially what I'm saying is I don't think we need an extra build for a lot of these things. Steel is surprisingly low. How is steel that low? Do we not need it in low density structure? I guess not. We need the aluminum alloy now. It's really not bad at all. Copper is a reasonably high amount, and graphite, same thing. And blue chips, crap. What we want to do is increase the output here. We want to link this, control click. So this makes more blue chips to also satisfy the need for blue chips in the satellite. So that works. Okay, this isn't too crazy. We're gonna need to secure some more coal and some more stone. Also, all this plastic and sulfuric is gonna come from coal. Right. Let's make that build. And then we will have finished all the things. Okay, so sulfuric and plastic. Both of those to be the outputs. Organo tin. There's a bit more tin going into it. And then this guy cracking. Now here's the weird part. I guess, what should I do with the rocket? This should be the same as the rocket fuel build. This should all be one build. So we want that to be another recipe. This to be a recipe. And then, what is it? Petroleum, sulfur, and then sulfur to sulfuric acid. Okay. So we want all control... is it shift click? Control click? Oh, it's not linked. There we go. Control click, real quick. Matrix solver. And is that all working right? I'm like very apprehensive to trust this. So we get a bunch of carbon black from the heavy oil cracking, and we get a bunch of carbon black from the light oil cracking. And that's more carbon black than I need to make the plastic, so we'll just turn the rest into graphite and feed that into, I don't know, one of the other ones somewhere. Oh, I didn't do organotins. That's the problem. That requires carbon black, doesn't it? No, it doesn't. It does not. Okay, so 47 coal for all of this stuff. Also, I already have all this set up, so I don't need a new build. I can just extend the build I already have. But it's just good to know we need 90 coal a second for this. Okay. Cool, cool. Alright, so we finished the research. We should just keep doing other researches, I guess. Let's finish out the inserters. We'll do that one just to get it out of the way. Same with that. I will want ultimate belts, so I'll finally get that researched, and we'll start with some braking force here. And there is a SpaceX progress summary. We've unlocked that now that we researched rockets. And if we get far enough, we might finally beat Space Extended. Not to be confused with Space Exploration. And it gets confused all the time. Okay, so I want to bring in chunks now instead of ore. Which is kind of difficult. I actually doubt that you can, Dave, though it is a fun question to say. I am guessing it doesn't work. Because they both mess with rocket launches pretty heavily. Okay, well we can easily get a bunch of graphite. All I need to do is change these all into chunks, and then we'll have all the graphite we ever need. Or at least close to it. Can I do another productivity, or does that wait until space science? Mining prod, where are you? Waits until space science, okay. So each of these is like, what do we say, 13? Once we have chunks, so... And there's 5 of them. No, there's 2 more there. 6 times 13. Yeah, that's all the chunks we'll ever need. So I guess actually ultimate belts. I'm going to start with focusing on ultimate belts. They're very expensive. I don't know if you guys remember me looking at this, but I did change the recipe. Sorry, they're called ultra. No, yeah, ultra fast. Apparently the mod updated or something, and it undid my changes. So we'll have to fix that. This is supposed to cost 10 expresses for 1 ultra fast. So they're extremely expensive to get the courtesy of going 90 items a second. So I'll have to change that before the next episode. But the point is we're going to need a lot of steel, or iron for that. And so I'm going to expand this, I think. I guess step 1 is to make this into ultra-fast belts so we can support more per second. Change the beacons to speed 2s. Well, maybe I set up module 3s. Maybe that's what I should do. No, this is... Ooh. Hold on. Hold on. What's going on here? Green circuit shortage? What is this nonsense? The heck? The heck, the heck? Okay. We need more copper. Need a second belt of copper. Well, that's more pressing than whatever else I was thinking about doing. Just keep expanding my little bot network here. Okay, that's all fine and dandy, but I need ore in... Uh-oh, we're out of silica too. Crap. Well, we'll need an ultra belt for that as well. Yep, definitely will need an ultra belt. Okay, and then the other input here comes down and around. Output will come up. And then we are going to need this one to come in. Which is the silica on the right. Oop, not there. Which is here. Alright, that should do it. Switch these all to speed 2s. I really... The squeak through thing... Squeak through is a great mod, don't get me wrong. But it is kind of annoying because it makes trees stay in places they really shouldn't be. So let's get rid of those. Okay, and then there we go. There's the output. Bring this back in line with the other copper. And there you have it. So now we're definitely limited on the ore input. So we'll go ahead and make chunks over here. Perfect. We already have 2 mining locations. Advanced drill. Alright. Get rid of all that. I don't know what all that's doing, but we don't need it. Okay, and then we need the old chemical plant. Okay, the feeding in is not the part that has to be fast, it's the outputting. Okay, and then look at that. We got sulfuric acid, easy access, copper ore chunk refining. And that should be good to go. Oh my. Get rid of all that. .7 chunks. That'd be enough for almost 3 of these. I think they're all 1.25 right now. And then upgrade to blue belt. Slowly, we're getting kind of everything upgraded to blue belt. I probably should upgrade everything to blue belt before I go all the way to ultra belts. Okay, that should help. And where else is copper coming from? Is that my only source of copper? What has my copper ore been for the longest time? Let's see. It was around 850 a minute. It's a little fluctuating, but 850, is that? Those mohos were 6.5, and we had 2 of them. Okay, so maybe I had copper from one other place. Was there? There is a copper mine here, and it ran out. Okay. But I can get 3 more chunks down there, which is a lot. That's almost 40 more copper. Cool, cool, cool. All right. So that's more copper now than we had before. Hopefully enough to feed these guys. It's looking pretty good. And now I want to upgrade the... This is a fun part of the game where you just get to upgrade the heck out of everything. We're going to upgrade our green circuit to blue belt. Blue beltification. I'm just going to upgrade all this blue belts. What the heck? What's the worst that can happen? Yeah, fair enough. That's the worst that can happen, I guess. Gosh, this amount of gears is still not enough. You know, one thing I haven't done... I have an idea. It's a little tricky to work out. I need to have a belt of iron come out and come back in or something to make a bunch of gears. But I don't have a buffer at all. So that's part of the problem here. What I really should do is grab a bunch. That's not a good place for it. It's just not enough room. Oh gosh. Okay, we're gonna get that out of the way. And then we're gonna do one of these things where we go out. And then this one goes into storehouse. Oh, that's the wrong size. Strong box. Okay. And then these guys. And drop off, pick up. Drop off, side, pick up. Okay. And output priority left, input priority left. So that should allow me to create a large buffer of gears for when we are eventually out of gears. And we'll be able to reconstruct our belts faster. The other option is make the belt buffer even bigger. But I thought I already had it pretty big, didn't I? I guess 600, that should be like 2,000. And you should be 300. You should be 100. Boost those limits up, those are rookie numbers. Power is not a problem, feels great. And I really can't make these faster. Too much spaghetti. Didn't leave enough room for gears. What's this spaghetti? Is this important? Yeah, it is. I could probably rebuild this to be faster using undergrounds. It's just there's not quite enough tiles here. Alright, let's fix this. I'm tired of sitting here looking at it and be crap. Split that off. Go up here. Here. Go up. Move that. Fine. Okay, so we're just literally going to do the most basic thing possible with beacons. And objects. But, you know, if it works, it works. Okay, gears, gears, gears. Give me all the gears. And then speed modules. Prod modules. Close, close, close side. And then where do the gears go? They go here. Yes, we'll do this. Continue the spaghettification of life. Now that can handle a lot of gears. So that should end up giving the full 45 gears a second, or at least close to it, and it will consume all my iron. Which is maybe bad. Maybe I'll take that off the priority it has. No, that's fine. I'll just do that. And then priority right. So we'll have at least some to the left. Okay, cool. So that's a lot more gears. That'll help when we start making some ultra-fast belts. And I do think we need to call it an episode there. Lots of improvements. Lots of better things. And we have planned out all the stuff we need for 5 space science a second, which is 300 SPM. Which might be enough. I mean, let's, before we leave, let's think about long term. If we are going to do SpaceX, as in Space Extended, like these final researches take, you know, 24,000, 14,000. The actual things themselves are kind of cheap in comparison, so I'm not going to worry about those. Well, what's an assembly robot? They're kind of expensive. But I only need 50 of them. And then this final one is 200,000 of every research. So if we're doing 300 SPM, we're going to need 1,000 minutes, you know, for this one research almost. Like 600 minutes, 10 hours. Yeesh. So all that to say, you know, and that's not counting these. So we're going to need like 30 hours of a lot of SPM to beat Space Extended. We may or may not get that far. We will find out. But for now, I'm going to have to call it a video. So I will see you all in the next one. Thank you for watching, and let me know what you think in the comments.